Hello students, in this video you will be learning about the performance of an optical link which depends upon how an amplifier is placed in the circuit. That is where exactly in the circuit is the amplifier being placed and the placement of an amplifier, how does it affect the performance of an optical link. But before that, I would like to tell you briefly about the various components that are used in designing of an optical link. These four components forms a basic transmitter, out of which this is a digital source which emits bits at the rate of 10 gigabits per second. It's a plain PRBS generator. The green arrow mark out here indicates a logical signal. Now this bits has to be converted into pulses, and that is done by the NRZ driver circuit. Thereafter, you see the arrow mark is now blue in color, which indicates an electrical signal. Now this electrical driver circuit most commonly used is RZ, NRZ and Manchester, but it can vary depending upon the various applications it is used for. Now this was a message signal. Now we require a high frequency carrier, and that is being taken care of by the light which is emitted from the laser source. The carrier and the message signal are multiplied in a modulator, which is a plain amplitude modulator. Thereafter, the optical signal transverses and gets transmitted via a fiber, which is a single mode fiber. Now, single mode fiber of length 50 kilometers is used, which has the basic standard loss of 0.2 dB per kilometer. And always remember, it has a standard value of dispersion to be 16 picosecond per nanometer per kilometer. Thereafter, after transmission, remember whenever the optical signal transverses a fiber, it will go through several losses. The losses, which is an embedded part of fiber transmission, comes under the category of non-linear losses. Now, as usual, we use amplifier for signal conditioning, signal amplification. But if you observe, even after the amplifier, we have this arrow mark which is red in color, which signifies an optical signal. Now this is because the amplifier used here is not an electrical amplifier, as would be the case of any other communication system. Rather, in optical domain we talk about optical amplifiers, and an optical amplifier is nothing but a very small part of a fiber, small part as to varying from 5 meters to probably 10 meters. Now this particular part of the fiber is doped with a different kind of a material which gives its the capability of amplification. Over here it is being doped with erbium, ERBIUM, erbium. So this amplifier is known as erbium doped fiber amplifier, and you can observe it's written pre-amplifier. It's known as pre-amplifier because it is just placed before the receiver, and at the receiver it's quite clear. As you can see, the optical signal gets converted back to the electrical signal for measurement. Now, the way by which digital signal in optical domain can be measured is most commonly standardly done by what is known as the eye diagram. Now, why is the name eye diagram? Because eye diagram is something which resembles an eye. This resembles the upper lid of an eye, and this resembles the lower lid of the eye. Wider the eye is open, better is the system, and it indicates a better performance. And moreover, these crossing points has to be narrow as possible, which will signify that all the bits are being clocked at the it's synchronous basically. So bit error rate is one of the performance criteria. Usually for optical domain it runs somewhere between -e power -9 to e power -12. For the particular system designed, it is 5.8 e power -9, which actually indicates approximately 6 error bits are error bits out of total 10 power 9 bits transmitted. Similarly, the Q factor out here, which indicates given is 15 dB, which is a very good for any optical domain. Alright, now this was about the preamplifier. Now what if I place my amplifier somewhere in a different position, as you can find out in this particular circuitry on your screen boards. Now if I have to place an amplifier just after my transmitter, then it comes out to be known as post amplifier. Now the word post comes in because it is with reference to the transmitter section. The third one over here is inline amplifier, and this I'll just change the naming to be inline. It was by chance written as okay. Now this is an inline amplifier because it is placed in between the fibers. Always remember, just for comparison purpose, the length of the fiber for three cases is being taken to be 50 kilometers. Over here it is being segregated to 25 kilometers and 25 kilometers. So the first case is of a preamplifier, which is just before the receiver. The second case is of post amplifier, which is after the transmitter. And this third case is a case of inline amplifier, which is in between both the fibers. So if I just compare the outputs in three cases, over here you had seen the bit error rate of power 10 power minus 9. Let's see for the second case. In this case it comes out to be 2.9 e power minus 7, which approximates 3 error bits out of 10 power 7 bits transmitted. And for the third case, if I have to see, this comes out to be 1.3 e power minus 5, which is approximately 1 error bits out of 10 power 5 error bits transmitted. And the Q factor also degrades. This comes out to 12.5 as compared to 15 in the first case. So out of three cases discussed, the best performance is done can be achieved by using a preamplifier. Usually in your Viva questions, you should be ready with a concept as to why a preamplifier performs better than a post amplifier. The reason, well, is quite similar, quite easy. Because in the first case, when the signal is already have enough losses while transmission, it is amplified and the receiver gets a geared up signal, and hence the performance is the best. Whereas in this case, the transmitter signal already has the bare strength of the laser source that was taken, with minimal losses obviously, and immediately it is geared up to a higher value, and a very high power signal is sent on to the fiber. As I told you, fiber suffers from the non-linear losses. It actually means if you increase the power, the losses gets more. This is a feature of your fiber, so it doesn't go the linear way. Alright, so this is the main reason. I hope you understood. Anyways, thank you so much.